Aloha from Sun Yoga, Hawaii. This is Michelle Santos, and I'm here today to show you a few tips on how to do a proper Chaturanga Dandasana. It's called the push-up pose in yoga. A little bit complicated pose. So I want to give you a few tips that will help you tremendously with your Chaturanga Dandasana. First tip is when you're coming down, get your elbows and your wrists in one line. Make sure your elbows and your shoulders are in one line. So 90-degree angle with the arms when you're coming down, okay? No more than 90 degrees, otherwise it's too much pressure on the muscles right here. And what muscles are you engaging? So there's a hugging muscle right here called the serratus anterior. For one of the tips in this pose is not to retract your scapula or your shoulder blades. One of the problems we see is the shoulder blades sinking in. It looks like this when the shoulder blades are sinking in. Yeah, so that's called retraction of the scapula. You want to protract, so you want to push the floor away from you, create space between your shoulder blades. That's called protraction of the scapula. Another tip, very important tip, so press the floor away from you. Another very important tip is hug in the inner thighs. Imagine like you have a block between your inner thighs. Engage the quads. Engage even the heels towards the back wall. Make your legs active. Another thing very important is the Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. Mula Bandha means pelvic floor muscles are engaged and lifting upwards, and your navel in and engaging upwards as well. So when your core is engaged, your serratus anterior is engaged, keeping your elbows in, protraction of the scapula, shoulder blades, space between your shoulder blades. When all of those things are activated, and of course the 90-degree angle to keep your shoulders safe, much better in your Chaturanga Dandasana. So what does it look like? If you want to start, always in the beginning, bring your knees to the floor. You can do your Chaturanga Dandasana with the knees on the floor. After you feel like you have that down, then take the knees off the floor. Let's see what it looks like. So with the knees on the floor, you can keep either your toes tucked or under, and you're gonna, again, engage inner thighs, engage navel in and upwards, press the floor away from you. Don't let the shoulder blades come together, otherwise everything drops. So engage everything and then push forward a little bit so that the shoulders go beyond the wrist. When you come down, you have the 90-degree angle. From the 90-degree angle, you push upwards and back into upward facing dog. What does it look like without the knees on the floor? So here we go, feet hip distance apart, hug in the inner thighs, zip the lower belly, engage Mula Bandha and Uddiyana Bandha. Press the floor away from you, protract the scapula, keep the elbows in, so roll forward so that you can get the 90 degrees. Roll forward, bend the elbows, keep them in, go down 90 degrees, uncurl the toes, push upwards and back so the shoulders and wrists are in one line for your upward facing dog. From there, uncurl the toes and downward facing dog. Usually stay there for 5 breaths. I hope you enjoyed this video. Those 3 tips for the Chaturanga Dandasana. Elbows in, 90 degrees, engage the inner thighs, actually 4, and engage Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, and see how that helps your Chaturanga Dandasana. I'll see you in class very soon. Aloha and namaste.